We thought that sports wasn't the only thing that really defined us. We thought it was just a stereotype. It's basically kind of not letting stereotypes dictate your success or where you're going or anything for that matter. It's basically like a lifestyle that we live by. I started getting into art probably when I was like real little, just because my dad was he did airbrush, and I always see him doing art and stuff like that, so it kind of made me want to do it. I feel like it brings us closer. I mean, he supports my sports and stuff like that, but he didn't really play many sports, so he didn't know as much about it as like my mom does. So I guess art brings us a lot closer. Because he does tattoos too, so he did all my tattoos, and I'm able to call him up if I need help anything with art or like talk to him about anything with art. I want to learn how to do it just so I can know like how to do it and have it as like a hobby and stuff like that. But I don't think I would want to do it more as a profession, just because I feel like if you're a tattoo artist, being able to do it on people's skin is a lot harder than doing it on like papers. So I want to mess somebody's skin up. Like Warhol, Ron English, Candy Wiley, even my dad. And then there's a lot of Instagram artists that I follow too, that are pretty interesting too, that I look at on a daily. So me and my friend DeAndre from Wazoo, I mean, we've always been drawing and always had like a lot of designs and stuff like that. And we've always been into like fashion and shoes and clothes, stuff like that. And we decided that we just wanted to basically put it on the clothing and stuff like that. I think we were tired of just buying other people's stuff and wanted to make something of our own. It's really nice just because I get to pick every little detail of what I want on the shirt or what I want to wear between like the garment or the design or whatever it is. And I don't have to buy other people's clothes. It's a lot cheaper because I could buy a lot of it. Growing up, all my friends were basically athletes and stuff like that. Even my partner who does it with me, we're all athletes, and so we all got to college somehow, either on a scholarship or an academic scholarship, like myself and my friends back home. We thought that sports wasn't the only thing that really defined us. We thought it was just a stereotype. So that's why the D in the Dumb Jocks is backwards in my logo. I mean, I feel like maybe teachers might not expect much from me just because I'm an athlete. But I feel like I've proved a lot of teachers wrong. I feel like it's helped me learn a lot of life skills, things like hard work. Like, I guess when I tore my ACL, I don't think I've ever worked that hard to come back from anything or to work that hard for anything. So I think art now is more of a passion than it was before because of basketball. So I think I'm gonna get more into art right now and focus on that. I think every piece is different. Like with my Sherman piece, it was just letting out a stereotype that most people might not know about or maybe think about, but because Sherman addressed it, it was out in the open. Some pieces are just for fun, just like my Ollie pieces. It's just a fun piece. It's cartoony kind of, but it kind of has like my symbols from my brand, like the brain and the saliva coming out of his mouth and stuff like that, which was fun to make. With my Sherman piece, he talks about he had an interview after his situation where he was being loud, and then the aftermath of it, where a lot of people were calling him names and stuff like that. And he said, he said the names didn't really bother him. He said, but he said the only reason why the word thug kind of like bothered him is because it's like the new word for calling black people the N-word. So I thought that was interesting because I never really thought about that until like he said it. So I just made a piece about that, and I kind of noticed it when people talk about like Obama or like even the Trayvon Martin case. They would call them thugs, stuff like that. I've kind of been working on it, which kind of might be in my show, or like celebrities with like with my kind of symbols on them, with the brain and the spit coming out their mouth. But he also kind of looks like a zombie. So celebrities are everywhere. If you throw it on a celebrity, thousands of people see it, and if thousands of people see it, then your message is spread to the masses.
I think all of his different like phrases and slogans can be interpreted differently depending on who's reading them, but they definitely kind of go together and make like a cohesive body of work. He always has really like bold graphics and plays a lot with typography, which is something that not a lot of the other art majors are working with. And so kind of like combining text and image in a different way with like really bold, like clean colors is really cool and like striking in a different way.
What inspires me the most, and I've seen obviously several works of his art, is that I think a lot of people talk about things they're going to do, and they don't go do them. You know, and with Quam, like you almost have to ask him, you have your own apparel company? Yeah.
What really makes me smile about him is when he really talks about his art. He gets so into it and he's so passionate. He always like asks me what I think of this piece or that piece. And it just really, art brings out the passion and emotion in him that people don't normally see, and that's why I feel like he connects to it so much and why he loves it so much.
It feels great to be done. It's been a long process. It took a lot of long nights, but I'm happy to be done. Happy with my first gallery show. It's better than I thought it would be.
I'm kind of doing the same thing I've been doing, like for myself, trying to build the brand up, but also with my brand, do things for the youth, maybe down the line later, like give kids opportunity to get scholarships for college, stuff like that. Because I know growing up, a lot of kids didn't have opportunities. I was lucky enough to at least get one scholarship to help me out, but I feel like there's opportunities, but kids like in the inner city don't know about them. So that's another thing too. I feel like a lot of kids in the inner city don't really do much art. I feel like being able to create, whether it's art or music and other things like that, is it's the best possible thing you could do, because it makes you think, it makes you think outside the box.